Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. This is Kevin Harlan, and on the floor tonight, a collection of some of the league's brightest young players.
And make no mistake about it, these guys are a work in progress, but the talent is undeniable. Can't wait to see who becomes the alpha dog in this group.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Then it's Conley, and it's Noel in at the two-guard spot. And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. And it's Towns missing. Paul with the ball. Smith dishes to Warren. Over to the left wing. Here's Paul, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
The ball control that Chris Paul has is fantastic. I mean, those dribble moves, and he's got a bunch of them, look effortless.
Oh, here's Edwards. What a tremendous game he played against the Clippers.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Green. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. And you look at Anthony Edwards, and GA, he is becoming the leader of this Timberwolves team, isn't he?
I think he is. I mean, partly it's his production with his numbers up across the board, but it's also his personality. He plays with tremendous swagger.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
For the Houston Rockets, they come in off a good outing against the Utah Jazz.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. I was able to catch up with the head coach of the Rockets. He told me they always have to be alert, and especially against this team because of its discipline and focus. He said we'll get embarrassed if we're inattentive at the defensive end. We must stick with our principles and do the little things. Kevin, they did win the first meeting of the season, and we'll see if they can get it done again tonight.
Yeah, David, thanks. We appreciate the report. They're in a tough spot to try to figure out how to slow down those shooters, GA.
Yeah, it's going to take a great defensive effort from all 5 guys. Should be fascinating to watch.
Well, you know what? I think they've got to run guys off their spots, to your point. Make them work hard for every opportunity they get.
Outside, Green. Swiped it away. Only one man back on D. Conley with a wide-open look. A second chance effort. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you can make a case and argue that Cat is perhaps one of the greatest, if not the greatest, shooting big man of all time. And he's still got a lot of runway in front of him for his career.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Kyle Anderson comes in for Edwards. And it's Carter in for Mike Conley.
Launching off the ground and throwing it down with ease. Boy, can Green get up.
And it's Anderson with the ball for Minnesota. Trailing by 2. Passes it to Towns. Kennard against Anderson. The kick out to Towns. Second chance shot, and it's laid up and in by Anderson.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Now, here's Green. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Here's Collins, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
They grab their own miss. Here's Towns. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Boy, good effort that time from Towns on the offensive board, ensuring that his team is able to end that possession with points.
Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
Now here's Anderson. After Jalen Green's miss, here's Reed. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Left side Collins. To the inside. Saric off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I think the offensive game of Saric is really good and continues to evolve. Encouraging to see him be aggressive inside.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Here's Noel. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And it's Carter missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Yep, that one goes in there.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here is Carter following the basket by Jalen Green. Fade away. And too long on the shot.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the court.
Shot's good by Kennard.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Towns for 3. He can't get it to go. And so it's the Houston Rockets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
We've got Alperen Şengün, Rui Hachimura out there with Kennard. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Joe in at point guard. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
It's Edwards on the wing. Kennard covering. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Towns, the pass to Carter. Gobert in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And no issues at the rim for Gobert. One of the league leaders in flushes. The Frenchman loves to finish above the rim. Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Towns finds Edwards. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Edwards got 9 points.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Here's Şengün. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
The pass to Rivers. Back to Carter. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Kennard on the wing. 16 feet away. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And it's Towns missing. Houston leading by 6. From deep three-point range, and again, it's the Rockets from deep.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Outside Edwards. Gobert down low. Şengün covering. Gobert can't hit. Houston's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Gobert can't hit.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And that one is good by Beasley.
Boy, I tell you what, Beasley can really move. I mean, his drives are explosive and sudden. The defense has no way to stop him.
Rivers against Beasley. Carter looking around. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Rockets leading by 13. Kennard finds Şengün. On its way from Beasley for two. It's rebounded by Towns. So for the Timberwolves, their last game a win against the Clippers. Edwards. And that time also a missed shot. It's Beasley on the wing. He's guarded by Rivers. Here's Şengün. Off target from three-point range. Timberwolves trail by 13. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
Kennard for three. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
So the Rockets end up going with a whole new group. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Anderson comes in for Karl-Anthony Towns. Noel, he's checked in for Edwards. And Mike Conley subbed in for Carter. Here's Reid. Off target from outside.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
How much do you love to see the turnaround?
Ball against Conley. Pass to Reid. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Unloads. And it's Green missing. Timberwolves trail by 16. Here's Noel. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Outside, Green. And Green slams it in.
What fun would it be to play with a guy like CP3? I mean, if you get open, he's finding you, and his leadership skills are unquestioned. That guy would be a joy to play with.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. Conley's shot is off. Rockets leading by 18. Fires from 18. Shots good by Green. Green's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Anderson in the post. He's against Smith. And Anderson gets it to go. Anderson's got his second basket of the night.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And here's Green. And he beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
Hey, folks. Happy you joined us.
Well, with the way they struggled to defend the three-point line, it started to look like warm-up drills. They cannot be afraid to bring more defenders out high. They got to make life tougher on those outside shooters.
And a look now at some of the games that have Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Jalen Green, he's really been playing well.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Then it's Conley, then there's Edwards. And it's Noel in at the 2 spot. Here's Smith. No good, shot missing. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Pass to Gobert. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Shot clock at 5. Edwards can't hit. Rockets leading by 21.
And since being the first pick of the 2020 draft, Anthony Edwards has not disappointed.
I'll tell you something, partner. Timberwolves got that one right. Did they ever? I mean, we knew about his nuclear athleticism, but the leadership, the work ethic, the ability to impact winning also have been evident. This is a multi-time All-Star going forward.
The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Şengün, the bounce pass. From deep, Green. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Noel. And Gobert kicks to Towns. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Towns has got the first basket of the second half here for the Timberwolves. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
A darn good free throw shooter. Smith doesn't seem to have a weak spot coming into the league.
And we see stars, Clark, that dominate with skill. Others do it more with athleticism. Which would you prefer to build around if you were coaching?
If I had to only pick one, Kevin, I'd like to have both skill and athleticism. But skill is so critically important in any sport, particularly basketball. Guys that can shoot, handle the ball, pass it, and do the fundamental things well. And I think that trumps athleticism over the long haul.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, back to you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you. Here's Joe. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Buries it from three-point range.
And, you know, we know he has this shot in his bag. I mean, Towns enjoys going right back at the opponent with the 3-ball.
Kennard, the pass to Hachimura. Smith against Towns. And he gets the bucket. Smith's got 8 points.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Minnesota calls timeout. Zach Collins checked in for the Rockets. Minnesota also making some changes. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Anderson comes in for Edwards. And it's Rivers in for Carter. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Rivers looking over the floor. Here's Noel. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. That one doesn't go.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Doesn't go that time. Some solid defense from Saric.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Passes it to Noel. The kick out to Anderson. 5 on the clock. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Here's Hachimura. And a miss there on the triple. Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Anderson. And the rejection by Collins. Here's Joe. 6 points for him. Collins, good. Collins has got 4 this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Towns. It's rebounded by Houston. Saric has got his 6th rebound on the night.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Noel. Kennard covering. Here's Reed. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And Towns throws it down.
Well, easy does it, Towns is saying to himself. Forget about the threes right now. I'm going to go with the flush.
From deep. And the last shot of the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Houston rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some inspired. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. We've got Hachimura, Malik Beasley out there with Chris Paul. Then it's Alperen Sengun. And it's Hauser in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
Still going hard, and that kind of energy and effort is how they built this lead.
Here's Alexander Walker, and he banks in the layup. Alexander Walker's got his first bucket in this one.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Paul finds Sengun. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 5 assists tonight. Timberwolves shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. The pass to Alexander Walker. Outside Knight. Rockets with the rebound. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Paul passes to Sengun. Trying to get open is Hachimura. Sengun, no good. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Paul. Pass to Alexander Walker. Over Beasley. And they get it back. Goes back up. The putback. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. The Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Hits the 3-point bomb. Hauser's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Pass to McLaughlin. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one, and the shot is good.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
To the paint. Oh, wow, man! And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
And guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
Knight with a screen on Paul. Left side, Knight. Clock at 6. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The leadership of the NBA Players Association, Greg, has said they support expansion. And two cities which seem to be the leading candidates, Seattle and Las Vegas. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I love both. Had the good fortune of playing in both cities, and I'd love to see a team in my hometown. But bottom line, more teams means more jobs, and that's a sentiment I think most can get behind.
Pass to Alexander Walker. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Traps in the tray.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Şengün with the bucket.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Here's Knight, and Knight slams it in.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Easily in the post, defended by Anderson, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Kyle Anderson.
Beasley creating for himself, getting himself to the line by being aggressive. Nice move off the dribble.
And he sinks the second.
And one thing about Beasley, he can get you buckets in a hurry.
Well, you know, last year, Greg, he broke Minnesota's record for most threes in a game. When he's hot, he can light it up.
And we've seen not only some new trophies introduced, but, Greg, some of the existing ones have been updated. You okay with that?
Oh, I am. In particular, a nice touch to have the previous winners etched into the base of the Larry O'Brien trophy. That's a great way to connect with the history of the game.
To the middle. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Great job by Hachimura to not lose his concentration. Boy, he plays with great focus and energy.
And the media is able to vote on awards like All Rookie, but, Greg, those awards can end up determining a player's max salary. Any concern there?
No doubt there is, but somebody has to decide those awards, right? And no matter who it is, there's always going to be some pushback. So as long as contracts are tied to them, that power will be in someone else's hands.
Inside. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Paul has tremendous experience, and he's figured out ways at 6 feet tall how to score in the paint effectively and often.
Here's Rivers. Excellent D there from Beasley. And Beasley has the ball here for the Houston Rockets. Down low, Hachimura. That one goes in.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Carter outside. Warren against Edwards. Back to Carter. Beyond the arc. Beasley with the rebound. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Had their fingerprints all over this matchup tonight. Just an impressive victory for the Rockets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
Still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
And the Rockets making a change here. Joe's checked in. Let's go. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Towns dishes to Edwards. Shot to stop the run. Hachimura grabs the miss.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Beasley with a screen on Gobert. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
At the line for your Rockets, Alfred.
And he's good on the second. Here is Carter. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
We'll see you at our next event.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris, big win tonight. What do you think was the biggest factor?
I mean, I don't know. You know, it was just our defense. You know, obviously our offense fed off of it. Guys made open shots, but I think we really locked down defensively, and that's what we're trying to make sure is that we're a defensive team every night.
Well, you were a defensive team tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Right now, let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game.